Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, and if you haven't already heard, 3rd gen remakes have been confirmed. Yes, hashtag Hoenn confirmed. Yes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have been confirmed for November 2014, and there have been a lot of speculation videos going around, a lot of top 5, top 10s, Hoenn battles. There's been a lot of Hoenn LPs starting just because of the brand new news of the new remakes, and this is going to be one of those top 5 videos because I was inspired by SacredFireNegro, aka Nick. I was inspired by him to make this top 5 video, and this is going to be top 5 things that I want to see happen in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, this list isn't in any kind of order, particular order or anything, and this list is very opinionated, so there might be things on this list that you do not agree with, and if that's the case, you can leave your top 5 things in the comment section below, but as long as you respect my opinions, I will respect yours. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. So coming in at number 5 is rebattle leaders. Now, as you guys already know, in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, we had the World Tournament where you could battle old gym leaders from past regions, and I honestly love this concept of Black 2 and White 2 because it brought back old leaders and gave them new teams to use. Even though they could only use 3 Pokemon each, you still saw some old Pokemon, you saw some new Pokemon here and there, but I just want that feel of, you know, the older generations not being forgotten, because that's what Black 2 and White 2 did. It made the old generations a little more relevant. I mean, it didn't make them super duper relevant, but it made them a little more relevant because you could go back and battle them, and people really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that when I was Let's Playing White 2 over on Planet Poke. I really enjoyed the World Tournament, and the World Tournament is actually very challenging too. So if they brought something like that back into Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, then I would not be mad at all. I would be very pleased because I really did enjoy that aspect of the game in Black 2 and White 2, and so I would like to see that back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Coming in at number 4 are Move Tutors. Now, Move Tutors have always been a thing in, well, not always been a thing, but it's been a thing in Pokemon since I think 3rd gen, and I really love Move Tutors because with Move Tutors, your Pokemon can learn moves that you wouldn't even think of them learning. Like, honestly, they could possibly give Talonflame superpower if they really wanted to. You know, Move Tutors are very powerful, and you won't have to even rely on Pokebank to get your Move Tutor moves from Black 2 and White 2 over onto, you know, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, or X and Y. And I mean, Move Tutors are very powerful. Yes, they might have to incorporate the shards. You might have to go find all the shards, but honestly, there might be a power saves code for that, so then you can just get all the shards you want and then get all the Move Tutor moves you want. And then not only that, but then Move Tutor moves for 6th gen Pokemon, so we don't even know what they can learn. Like I said before, Talonflame could possibly get superpower. Like, that's insane. You know, like, your Gen 6 Pokemon could get moves that can alter the game entirely. Like, it can make them move up a tier, down a tier, whatever a tier. I don't know. Like, some Pokemon could possibly get knockoff. Like, that is ridiculous. That's amazing. Like, they could change up movesets so well just by bringing in Move Tutors. Move Tutors are definitely needed. I honestly want to see them in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because they've been a thing since 3rd gen. They've just been around, and you can't just get rid of Move Tutors. That's my thing. You just cannot get rid of Move Tutors at all. So I want to see Move Tutors back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Coming in at number 3 is customization. Now, customization was a new thing in X and Y, and it definitely made a lot of players happy because, well, first of all, it made me happy because finally my character can be dark skin. Okay, like, team dark skin. That's all I'm saying. Like, my character can be, even though the complexion is still not super dark, it's still darker than white. And if it's darker than white, I'm happy with it because I finally get to have a black character in the game and I get to finally play as a black character. Not only that, but X and Y also introduced a lot of black character sprites, and that really made me happy. I don't know about you, but it made me happy. But customization, it was a thing in X and Y that really brought a new feel to the game, in my opinion, because now you have all these different players who look completely different from each other. There's no standard, you know, May or Brandon. There's no standard. There wasn't a standard like Callum and Serena. There was just, everybody was so different, and it was just really amazing. The only thing that I want them to change is that I want them to have more customization options for the guys, because in X and Y, the guys didn't really have much customization options. Honestly, I tried on all the clothes of the guys and they all sucked. I literally just wear black and a black hat in X and Y. That's all I do. And I just want to see more customization happen. Now, of course, I don't know how it's going to really play in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because you still have Brandon and you still have May. Well, actually, we don't even know that because we don't know the characters for the games. But if it's a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, then we're going to see Brandon and we're going to see May. But I'm not so sure if we're going to see customization or not. Because, I mean, if we don't see customization, that's fine. But it's just one thing that I would love to see them incorporate into the game, because, you know, hey, you'll be able to take off Brandon's hat and then everybody will finally know that Brandon is wearing a hat and that's not his hair. Because there's so many things on the internet saying that, you know, Brandon's white hat is actually his hair, and it's not his hair, it's his hat. And honestly, I used to think that it was his hair, and I thought that the little black thing around his head was a headband or something, but it's actually his hat. So yeah, I just would love to see more character customization. Maybe they could be wearing their emerald clothes or something like that. Maybe you can be wearing a Torchic hat, a Mudkip hat, a Trico hat. I don't know. Maybe they could just add so much more to these games. They could just add more clothes to these games. They could add more customization options for the guys, because girls have a lot of clothes to choose from, a lot of hairstyles to choose from, and they just have way more customization options than the guys, in my opinion. And I just feel like they could just really revamp the customization for guys and, you know, make it, you know, better. Not saying that it's not good already, but they could just make it better. But that's my opinion, though. Coming in at number 2 is Revamping Wally. Now, I don't like Wally. I don't like Wally because he's such a friendly trainer. He's such a friendly rival, and I don't typically like friendly rivals, but at the same time, this is their chance. This is their chance to revamp Wally, because there's mega evolutions. They could actually go in and let you battle Wally after you beat the game, and then he could possibly pass you the Gardevoir. Honestly, he could pass you the Megastone because his signature Pokemon was Gardevoir, or they could even use that to introduce Mega Gallade if they wanted to. Now, of course, if you're trying to stick to Gen 3 tradition, then they're going to give him Gardevoir over Gallade. But either way, you could get a Megastone from him. Honestly, they could revamp his team, make him stronger, make him more of a challenge, because facing him at the Victory Road, at the end of Victory Road in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald and stuff, that was just, he wasn't much of a challenge, honestly. I mean, he didn't have like a full team. I mean, I don't even know if he had a full team, honestly. I can't even remember because it's been a while since I played those games, but I do remember that Wally was not a challenge. The trainers in there were more of a challenge than Wally was, honestly. That's my thing. So I want them to revamp Wally. I want them to give him a new look. Like, of course they're gonna give him a new look, but I want them to make him stronger, make him powerful, make him, you know, better. Just make him all around likable, I guess. I mean, I guess he is likable to some people, but I don't really like him. So I want them to revamp him, make him better, make him stronger, make him awesome. Give him a Megastone. I mean, Megastones are a thing now, so give him a Megastone, give him all of that stuff. And coming in at number 1, now this is definitely number 1 on my list for anything that I want to see in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Number 1 is more Megas. I want to see more Mega evolutions in these games, okay? Now, first of all, if you look at the box cover alone, you see that Groudon and Kyogre look way different. Now, I don't know if those are Mega evolutions or if that's just, you know, Alpha Kyogre, Omega Groudon, or something like that. Something's happened to them or anything like that. We don't know what's happened to them, but if we assume that they're Mega Evolutions, then I would love to see a lot more Megas in the games, because in X and Y, Mega Evolutions were introduced. Not only that, but a couple of 3rd gen Pokemon did get Mega Evolutions, like Mawile, Manectric, the Lottie twins, Gardevoir, you know, they all got Mega Evolutions. And with that being said, also, you know, Blaziken also got a Mega Evolution, and the reason why they gave Blaziken a Mega Evolution is because Blaziken is basically the fan favorite. Blaziken, what the fuck? Blaziken is the fan favorite, and because he's the fan favorite, they give a Mega Evolution. But what about Sceptile and Swampert? Why don't they deserve Mega Evolutions? How come just Blaziken? How come just Blaziken and the Gen 1 starters? I want to see Swampert and Sceptile both get Mega Evolutions. Not only just them. This is also a perfect time for them to give Mega Evolutions to Pokemon like Metagross, because Steven's signature is Metagross. They could give him a Mega Metagross and make him champion and make him bust out the Mega out of nowhere, because he is Steven Stone. Why wouldn't he have a Mega Stone? He is fascinated with stones, right? If he's so fascinated with stones, why can't he have a Mega Stone, and why can't he have a Metagrossite? Why can't he have a Mega Metagross? That is too perfect for Game Freak to pass up. Of course, we know what Game Freak does. They like to pass up golden opportunities, but this is one opportunity that I just do not want them to pass up at all. I want to see more Megas. There are Pokemon out there that definitely need Megas. Like, I want to see Mega Sableye. I want to see Mega Dragonite. I want to see Mega Metagross. Maybe a Mega Salamence, because Tyranitar got a Mega. You know, if once, like, Tyranitar and Garchomp got Mega Evolutions. If those pseudos can get Mega Evolutions, why can't Salamence and Metagross? Why can't Dragonite? Why can't they get Mega Evolutions, huh? I mean, I'm just saying, Mega Torkoal could be a thing. I mean, Mega freaking Torkoal, guys. That would be decent as fuck, honestly. I know I've been somewhat professional in this little top 5, but I just had to say that. I need it. I need Mega Torkoal. I want Mega Torkoal. I want Mega Swampert, Mega Sceptile. I just want Mega Metagross. I want new Megas, more Megas to change the game, because Mega Evolution changed the game so much. I mean, Mawile, barely anyone ever used Mawile until Mega Evolution. Now, because Mawile has a Mega Huge Power, like Huge Power Swords Dance, and then it gets in its Fairy typing, woo! I mean, it is a force to be reckoned with. I'm just saying. But that is it for my top 5 list. As you guys saw, I did not mention anything about contests or secret bases or anything like that. Of course, I want to see those revamped as well, but those are components of the game that I just did not really you know, go that deep into, because I didn't really too much care. I went into more secret bases than I did contests, but it's not on my list of top 5 things I want to see, because obviously they're probably going to incorporate those into the game anyway. And if they don't, then I mean, it's not really a huge loss for me. It might be a huge loss for other people, but I'm not really that person who really cares for contests or secret bases or anything like that. But there is one other thing I want to see them do, and I want them to get rid of this, okay? Dive. Get rid of Dive, please. Dive is not even necessary. It's just not necessary. It's just not. I don't like Dive. That's just my thing. But that is it for my top 5 list. So like I said before, if you don't agree with this list, leave your top 5 in the comment section below. And with that, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.